Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in Denver, right?
How's it going? How you ladies feeling? Happy Friday.
Thank you, you too. Yeah. We're good.
Yes.
We have our retail stores open in the background, so there's some good music playing behind us, and we're just hiding pretty much in a closet at work, so we can have
really?
chat with you. Yeah.
Talking about entrepreneurship. So to everybody watching it and listening, these are the founders of OXB Sweatproof Jewelry, our exercise brand, right? And you ladies met 7 a.m. in a spin class.
Yes.
Can you kind of give the listeners, like, how did that all happen? By the way, before y'all start, where are you ladies from? You're from the same city or state? Like,
no. I'm from Philadelphia originally.
Yeah, and
so this is Maggie and Laura.
And this is Maggie.
I'm Maggie.
Maggie, yeah, that's Maggie and Laura. Yeah.
I'm Laura. Maggie's from Philly. We both kind of lived all over. I'm from Washington State, and
we did meet in Denver. My background is in metals and jewelry, and Laura has been in the fitness industry for ever. And I was recovering from an injury, so I was in her spin class, and I have been wanting to make this product for a really long time. Basically a really great line of jewelry that you could wear in your fitness classes, to exercise, to do nothing, to shower, to swim. And I thought Laura would be the perfect business partner, so I really just proposed to her.
She did. I said yes.
Yeah.
Well, so did that like exchange for business happen like right away? Did it take weeks, months? Like when did that start to grow for both of you?
So 3 months earlier, she had been helping me with a marketing project on a different jewelry brand. And so I got to see her skill set in marketing and sales. And she was kind of the whole package in terms of her involvement with the fitness industry, and then also her ability to do all things technological except for join Instagram Live. And,
Don't put that on my resume.
It was great. We've been really lucky.
So that was like 2018-ish.
Yeah.
And then we launched OXB in 2019.
Got it. So can you ladies break down, or one of you, if you mind, how does jewelry connect with fitness? Because to be honest, I got this My Intent bracelet. I've had this on for probably 2 years. Never taken it off. I've been on TV. I've been in the pool. I've been in the ocean. It doesn't come off. So can you explain like why it's beneficial to have sweat-proof jewelry? Because I don't really understand the meaning behind it. Other than you want to work out in your jewelry.
Absolutely. So we're trying to accomplish a few things. One is that jewelry is a really personal product. Like the reason that you've had that on for 2 years, I'm assuming, is because it probably means something sentimental to you, or it's a motivation or whatever. And so we love that aspect of jewelry. It really like gives life and soul to the product, which we care a lot about. The problem with a lot of metals is that depending on what they are, they tarnish or rust or like ultimately don't look great after time if you wear them for your normal activities. So one of our goals was to, if you're buying this piece of jewelry that's super important to you, we'd like you to be able to have it for a really long time. The other aspect is environmental. We really believe that if you spend a little bit more on something that's higher quality, you'll have to buy less. And again, because we want these pieces to be important to people, we hope they do have them for a really long time.
Yeah. And so what makes it sweat-proof is the metal. So the metal that we use is different. We don't plate anything, so you won't see like any turning of color of the metal. It won't rub off, won't tarnish, turn you green.
Yeah. Really good for sensitive skin. It's hypoallergenic. We use all gold fill and sterling silver. We're getting ready to launch our fine line because we've had so many requests for it. And that's really exciting as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, because I bought a piece of jewelry. No, I was gifted something years ago, and it was a key, and it had "Believe" on it. And over time, the wording would kind of like fade or kind of like disappear. I don't know what the type of jewelry it was, but I was like, damn, that sucks. I can't see "Believe" on my keychain. Also, in my younger days, you would have like, you go to the penny store, candy store, and you get like little piece of jewelry or watch, and then you realize you get a rash or you break out.
Right.
I never knew why. Why is that?
Metals are really reactive. So it's all kinds of different things happen. Like you sweat and that oxidizes them. Oxygen is obviously what oxidizes things, but ultimately it's the interaction between different chemicals and different metals. And it can leave like rust. It can cause like corrosive behavior. We're now really getting into like the periodic table.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's just like an environmental thing, and it depends. Like, for example, in a pool, chlorine is something that really reacts with metals. Really dirty air does as well. Heat is like really extreme heat is something that can make metals super reactive. So again, what Laura was saying earlier is that we really just only use metals that can withstand sort of all of those obstacles.
Elements.
And, you know, I was doing some research on you guys' website and your brand, and I realized, you know, Maggie is more like the creative and the product design, and then Laura is more like the business and the marketing. So tell me how both of you guys is like, you know, energies and minds connect, where Laura, I think I read, because I wanted to ask what spin studio did you work for, but I think I read you opened up a studio in Bangkok or something. Like,
yeah.
in another country. I'm like, what type of studios is that? Wait, it's not SoulCycle, is it?
Before we started this business, kind of a nomad all over, and my cycling career took me all over the world. So prior to moving to Denver, I was in Thailand teaching spin class, but I also, while I was there, learned how to code and got like really into websites and digital marketing. So when I came back here, I kind of had this like fitness and marketing skill set that I never knew would turn into a business until I met Maggie. And so we kind of really have like the perfect skill sets for each other. It's not every day that business partnerships work like this, but we have such a like respect for the work that each other does. Like, I know that I could never dream up the things that she does in her head regarding our products and metals, and
I don't know the first thing about anything technological, so it's really perfect.
So
Yeah,
it works out.
Yeah, it works out great.
It's that balance, that duality, that yin and yang. And I'm like that with my manager. You know, he's more detailed, I'm more big picture, right? So he helped me understand the details. I give him the vision, like, this is what I want. So in y'all line of business, first of all, I just got a quick question for both of you.
Okay.
And Maggie, I'll start with you. If you had to pick, I think I know your answer, but I don't want to say it. If you had to pick between yoga and jewelry, what would it be?
Whoa.
Yoga and jewelry?
Yeah, you got to pick one.
Jewelry. Yeah.
And Laura, the question is, if you had to pick one, would it be cycling or fitness?
Oh.
I think.
There's no right answer. Fitness? Okay.
I go fitness. Since I,
Yeah.
quit my cycling career, I've gotten more
Yeah.
into kind of everything else, which has been really fun.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
we need to get you some sweat-proof jewelry.
Yes.
Yeah, please. I'm trying. I went out this morning. I did my 2 miles with my. So my intent bracelet says supernatural, right?
It says supernatural.
Supernatural. So I believe in supernatural things, miracles, things that you can't really see, you can't predict. They're just it's forever. It's like it's a miracle. It's like, how do we do this? It's like, I can't even tell you. It's supernatural.
I love it. I'll start using it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think, jewelry does have a meaning in a lot of people's lives. And, people pass down their rings from like their grandfather and grandmother and necklaces. And, people get married and they get rings. But for you guys, what piece of jewelry do you wear every day that means the most to you? Is it necklace, bracelet? Like, what pieces of jewelry do you guys wear on a daily, consistently?
You go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I have one of my grandmother's signet rings on.
Oh,
so
wow.
we make
Nice.
like something very similar at OXB, but they, have initials on them. It's gold. They hold a lot of meaning. So I wear that every day.
I wear, this is kind of funny, I wear a little pinky band that both my dad and I wear. And it was the first piece I ever soldered. So that's like the torch work that you do for metalsmithing. And that was 7 years ago. And yeah, we both wear a matching one, and we live on pretty far apart, but it has a little moon on it. And the symbolism is supposed to be that we're always under the same moon. So I think with
dope.
your supernatural, it resonates.
And can y'all speak on, I've read that you talked about you guys only create like gold? Because gold is, I guess, more expensive and more, I don't know the meaning, but I've done research and realized that they say gold increases your frequency. I'm not sure if that's true.
Oh,
Yeah, like I heard like back in the day, Egyptian days, like a lot of people wore gold, like they increased that frequency, that vibration. And then also, you know, saw that you talked about metalsmithing. I don't know what that is.
yeah, that's
Can you
fair.
explain to the
Yeah.
listeners what metalsmithing is and why gold jewelry over like platinum or silver or any other type of style or kind?
Definitely. So, a few things. Metalsmithing is a really old art form, and it's basically turning metal using heat or forming and forging into different things. So you can turn it into, I'm not like a blacksmith, but you could, you know, do something like horseshoes or rings or head pieces or whatever you wanted to do. It ranges from a whole different skill set that we'll talk about later if we want, but you can cast, you can do torch work, you can do cold connection, which we do a lot of. Something that's been really important in our business is that we actually do our metalsmithing in-house. So it was a big goal of ours. We have a team of 5 production people, and we've trained them all or send them to metalsmithing programs because it's such an awesome art form that we hope to preserve. And they're also like creative in their own way, which is super inspiring. Anyway,
Kara's on here right
Yeah.
now. Our production managers
just
watching
jumped on.
this.
She gets
Shout out-
extra points.
Shout out to Kara.
Hey.
And so then to go back to the metals, we use 2 different kinds of gold. One is gold filled, and like Laura was saying, we don't plate anything, which is basically just putting a gold mixture onto a base metal. Gold filled is an entirely different process. It is gold by weight, but it's not solid gold all the way through. So it's like a layer of gold on top of something else, but the way it's bonded is it will last 10 plus years. We're also doing our fine line, which is solid gold. And the reason that we have both is because I think it's really important to have an accessible price point for people. And gold filled really allows us to do that while maintaining our integrity of being sweat proof. And then we do offer sterling silver too, because people who are silver people like swear by it. So we'll do sterling silver, and then we will also go into white gold as well. And platinum, I've just never really worked with. You have to have a whole set of different tools for platinum because it melts at like extremely high temperatures. And I just have never worked in it, to be honest.
She's a metal genius, see?
Yes, gold, baby, gold. Jewelry, baby.
I got a
Sweat
passion
proof,
for
baby.
gold. I don't know.
Get some of that. OXB. So, can you elaborate, or can one of you explain the name of the brand? Because I was like, OXB. When I thought of that, I thought about P90X, right? P90X.
Right.
bodies.
This is actually kind of embarrassing, but it's funny, and it's a good lesson because you really can kind of like evolve as you go. You can always change what you're doing, but do go.
About our name, well,
Yes.
where do I start? Maggie has another jewelry line called OXB. Completely different kind of style, but it started very much how OXB started, like just basic mantra bars, some sack rings, kind of like this other line of her other brand. And so when we came together, we like wanted to connect both of the brands. So we basically took the OW off OXBO and called it OXB, which I guess like the Outer Banks is called like OBX. There's all of these things. So we get called OBX a lot. So, you know, a year in, we decided to call ourselves Our Exercise brand and really retrofit the name to who we are. But Our Exercise brand really like now encompasses like everything that we do, like all forms of getting sweaty, and so that's what it is now. It's Our Exercise brand. Our store is called Our Exercise store.
And
it's simple.
Exercise in general, I think sometimes the perception or connotation of it for some people who are not in the fitness industry, like you girls are and myself, they have a different connotation, right? But I always tell clients and people in general, motion changes emotion, right? So if you think of your brand, OXB, your jewelry is energy, right? So the way I think of it, like, it's exercising your body, which is your brand when you wear it. I don't know if there's like a slogan or a tagline for your jewelry, but
I
love it.
When I think about it, because jewelry is energy, right? It moves energy within you. It's the exercise brand. This is the brand, which is your body, and you wear it and you embody it, right?
Right.
So I thought it was a cool name. I just, when I got the email from your PR person, I was assuming like this is like a fitness product, right? Like that she like P90X. That was the first thing that came up.
So like it's an ab roller.
Yeah. So I didn't know what to think. So it's just interesting. And then both of you have two different backgrounds. Like I think Laura, you built websites, right? You help people build websites and stuff like that, and social media marketing, and then you're into yoga. Like, oh, she's a yogi, like, you know, meditation. Yeah. So it's like it all aligns, and I think it's beautiful for the people, because here's the thing: when you have things, you have to subconsciously put your name in a person's mind to think about your product, right?
Right.
There's a lot of jewelry companies, but I feel like the ones that prevail and continue to go is because they have a tagline or something that's attached to them, then people want to wear it. So now, when I get a piece, or when I get my piece, I'm going to think like, the first thing, you can work out in this, so don't ever take it off.
Yeah.
Right. And we specifically designed OXB for the fitness community, like in mind. Like we knew who our customer was right off the bat, and we designed this product for them. And in the 2 years that we have been a business, like it's really evolved from like, you know, fitness industry specific to like all types of movement, like you're saying, all types of energy and movement. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like sweaty exercise, but like it can be like the sweat behind like opening a business, and like anything you get sweaty for, you can wear your jewelry to, because you don't necessarily have to take it on and off. You can keep it with you. It's easy. You look good all the time. So it's evolved.
It's like sweat equity, right? That's another. For the business
I've heard that.
truly. Literally. You know.
Yeah. And what you were talking about earlier with like the exercise, I think it's so important too, to just, it's so easy to be like, I need to do the most intense exercise to feel good. And like what Laura's saying, exercise can mean so many different things. It can be walking your dog. It can be taking a 20-minute like breathing break for yourself. It can be all these different practices. And it's not just about like how intense and tired can I get? It's like, how can I feel better and do something for myself?
And it's like I said, words have meaning, and we give meaning to everything we think about, we do, and believe in. So to anybody that want to purchase jewelry or looking to have it, what should they know other than it's being sweat proof and it's for like not tailored to the fitness brand, but it's part of that? Like if someone was on this live and they didn't know your brand, what is like a 15-second synopsis of why they should have it or why they should want it, other than what we discussed, if you have any?
Yeah, I mean, we're moving towards a world of like more conscious consumerism. So not only being like a super fun jewelry brand, and we have like an amazing community in our clientele and our ambassadors, but also just wearing things that last longer. So buying things that you don't have to throw away and fill into the landfill. Things that hold meaning, and as it lasts longer, your Believe necklace won't end up in the trash, and the word goes also in the trash. So just buying things that last longer, being conscious with who you're supporting.
And because we're such a community-based brand, we donate 5% of all of our sales to a rotating series of nonprofits. So that's super important to us. We really appreciate people shopping with us. We want to give back to like a bunch of different organizations that we all care about as a community. It's a super fun way to like unite us. So yeah.
And I mean, that's a great point, because I'm sold.
Great.
Last longer. No, seriously, because I've bought things in the past, like say some Sony headphones that were $20 at Rite Aid, and then they broke in 2 weeks.
Right.
You know, quality over quantity, right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Like I said, I've had this thing for 2.5 years, and it's been on my arm forever. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So little things like that, for me, is beneficial, because I don't have to think about it rusting or getting old or falling off my arm or falling off my neck. And the meaning, the meaning you said that you get, I think it is meaningful to have pieces on you, jewelry. Let's see jewelry like artwork, right? If you have a piece of art in your home, it has energy vibrating from it, right? So just like your pieces, I'm pretty sure y'all make it with love, right? So you're putting your love and energy in it. So when people buy it, that energy is going to transfer to them and make them like the brand. That's probably I'm into energy, big on energy. So
right, and we know where our product's made. We know who's making it, and we're super excited about making those jobs, because like as a creative person, it's not always the easiest thing to find a job in the creative industry where you feel like you can like flex those muscles. So,
and like right on the other side of this wall is where all of the jewelry is made. So.
Really? You're going to take us through a tour? No.
I mean, like, we can.
I mean, if anyone comes to
the
Denver,
sound might get a little crazy, but we can.
Yeah.
You'll hear like hammers, music.
Yeah, so so let's talk more like the entrepreneurship side of things. As, you know, founders and business owners, what do you feel like for your brand and product? What's working for you and what you think is the greatest challenge?
What's worked for us from the beginning is our community. I mean, we totally built it based on every single person that's bought our jewelry and like worked with us. In the early days, we launched like pretty much 6 months prior to COVID.
And so 90% of our business was sold in store.
Yeah, 90% of our business was wholesale in fitness studios, and we lost it all. So we worked really hard on making connections, virtual connections over the, you know, Instagram and the internet throughout COVID. And we built this amazing team of ambassadors. We now have almost 70 men and women like representing OXB, and we work with them all individually. And the community has just been everything to us because, like you said, there's 1,000 jewelry companies out there, but I think what makes us different is the fact that we make everything in-house, and then our community that's around us.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that we like try to keep at the center, the one thing that pushed our growth when we couldn't, you know, pay for advertising or pay for our PR person that introduced us to you. So that you know, that really gave us a launching pad. And then our greatest challenge,
I feel like our greatest challenge has been that we really started as like a 2-person team, and it's been the most rewarding and the most challenging to grow. And it's like hard to let go and like let the reins loose a little bit on other people and let them come in and do their thing. And it's sometimes it can be really challenging to like find the right people in the right roles, and it's just a whole new dynamic. Like it's really a lot of people to care for, and I think we care a lot about all of our employees. And so I think in general the people part is actually probably the more challenging part. And like you were talking about energy earlier, just again, like being this, we started our whole operation in 250 square feet, and now we're in 4,000 square feet. We have a retail store, we have a production room, we have all these moving parts. And because we keep it all in-house, that means like we have to organize it all.
Yeah, and like find matching energies, the right energy, because we all work under, you know, the same roof to run this company, which is super fun. But also, entrepreneurship is not rainbows and butterflies all the time. So we're in a growth spurt right now.
Yes. So, I mean, I want to say congratulations to that.
Thank you.
From 2 feet to 4,000. It's like, damn, okay. You guys are moving always. Progress equals happiness. But I wanted you guys to say the challenging part, because I think sometimes outside looking in, even for me and what I do, they just think it's sunshine and rainbows. And it's tough being an entrepreneur. It's tough working for yourself. It's tough managing business, sales, taxes on top of your personal life, your mental, your health, your body, your family. And I don't want people to take what you guys do for granted and say, oh, I can start a jewelry business. Oh, I'm just like, no. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. It takes passion, for one. You have to know what you're doing, and you have to want to do it. And I think your brand represents that. It comes through you guys' energy when you're speaking. And I can tell you guys are into what you're doing, not just doing it because you can. You're doing it because you're passionate about it, and this is part of your purpose. And I think to have more business owners and founders like that, like I see you two on a stage doing panel discussions, talking about your brand.
Okay.
Seriously, we need, you know, more people in your position speaking on the ins and outs of running a business, having success, maintaining momentum, and building a community. Like, I think that's the biggest thing that people forget. The community drives everything. Right? You don't have the audience, you don't have the community, you don't have the people that believe in it. It's hard to keep going. I did want to know, do you guys have any athletes attached to your brand? Like, I mean, you say you got like some ambassadors. You have like fitness influencers in Denver, or any athletes? I'm actually, I don't know if y'all watch basketball, but I'm a basketball guy. And Will Barton is on the Nuggets. He's younger than me, but he was on my basketball team. He was like in the 2012, and he's in Denver. But I was just curious if you guys had any athletes like on your side or any people who represent the brand. Maybe.
Well, send them this way.
Yeah, send them our way for sure.
We're currently making OXB more gender neutral. We've lengthened all of our chains. We've brought more men on board. So we're really working towards a more gender neutral brand because jewelry is not just for women. It is also for men. I mean, are you asking us to name drop our athletes right now? Is that
No, I'm saying.
question?
You don't have to name drop. I'm saying work with professional athletes.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
We do. Yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Let me know.
We have, just a few Olympians. It's fine.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll keep it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Who both found us organically, which is even cooler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's always best. I wanna take you back to your motto. I want to read this out loud if I can find it. So your motto that I read on the website says, "Don't let perfect stand in the way of good. Keep going." And what I want to say something about that because I can sometimes be a perfectionist. And I have a story where I was learning how to swim last summer, right? For the first time. And my dad was actually there and he said something. He said, "Son, how are you trying to perfect something you haven't learned?"
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, let go, right? Let it go.
Right.
Let it be what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Keep going. And eventually I got it like my 11th lesson. I got in the deep end. It was like, oh, I can swim.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But my challenge was I couldn't tread water. But from your guys' perspective, how did you come up with that motto and slogan? And where did that derive from? Like, where did that come from? I like it.
Actually connected. It was from a conversation with my dad, so it's interesting.
Oh, wow.
And kind of when everything started to shut down last year, and we were really floundering in terms of like, where do we want to go? We were in the midst of a super important civil rights movement, like, all of these things, and we felt a little paralyzed. And we're like, what is the most important thing to work on right now? Is it like making jewelry? I don't know, but maybe we could use jewelry to like make this other thing, right? This community, this organization. And he was just saying like, exactly, don't let this perfect vision of how you can help whatever stand in the way of you doing good things in the meantime, which I think is really important because analysis paralysis is so real.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fear of being perfect just stops you from moving forward. So Maggie's dad really, the keep going motto really has stuck with us the entire time. We made a keep going necklace last summer, and it's just putting one foot in front of the other, not worrying about if it's perfect, but like that we're keeping centered in like what we like believe in first, and just knowing that like it's not going to be a wrong step, it's just a step.
Right. And if you have to pivot, you will.
And we did.
Yeah, that's life.
Again.
We don't live in a perfect world, or like sometimes I like to think like you create your own rules. If you follow everything that's given, you won't have a vision because then you're letting somebody else's opinion based on what they believe stop you from going, right?
Right.
You said, I think you should sell a business, the pandemic, I think you should just give it up. You're like, hold on. We're sweatproof over here. We're got yoga, fitness, energy. We don't stop. We keep moving in flow. Even what they say in yoga, even when it's uncomfortable, just breathe through. And so for Laura, were you a cycling instructor, like you were on the bike, like as in Soul Cycle, like teaching class? So
exactly.
Tell me a little bit about that from you, because I'm in the fitness industry. Where did that start, and how did you get into like? Because I'm pretty sure that gives you a different type of drive and energy, right? Because you're on a bike motivating people, like keep going, and you show up anyway.
She's infectious. It's like it's amazing.
Yeah, it started like 10 years ago in San Francisco. I actually just walked up to a spin studio and asked if I could teach with like very little experience. And that's how I got my start in the spin industry seriously. And then I worked for Flywheel in San Francisco. I moved across the world. I worked for a studio here. And that's where I met Maggie. But like more than the job itself of like leading fitness classes, I think that's Maggie and I share in that like fitness classes bring you the community and the connection. Like I've met all of my favorite people through fitness. I met my amazing business partner, best friend through fitness. So I'm grateful for the fitness industry for that, because I think it gave us a good source of like how we want to run our brand.
in this community, like it brings people together. That's why I like fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I discovered that when training people, especially in boot camps, people do better in groups than they do alone.
Definitely.
So
Totally.
if I see Maggie and Laura over there button cycling, and I know I don't really like cycling like much, I'm like, I got to keep doing it. You're motivating.
It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just there.
But I feel like the instructor is also so important, right? Like there's something so special about the person that like gets you up at 5 a.m. to go in a dark room on a stationary bike where they like yell at you and you're like, I want to go, you know? Like, and so she's so talented. It's like really hard to put into words how it makes you feel.
Yeah, it's a feeling, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
So, what are you ladies' signs astrology-wise, horoscope?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'd be so curious.
Oh, you got a hard to read. You're so poker face business women. I want to say, I don't know. I want to say Laura she's even a Gemini or a Virgo, and Maggie is Aquarius and maybe a Libra. I don't know. I think I'm wrong.
Nailed her.
You nailed mine. I'm definitely a Gemini.
Oh, got it.
I am an Aries, but I'm a cusp baby, so I'm a Pisces Aries.
Oh, what's your moon and your rising, you know?
Oh, I have no idea, but would you know?
Oh.
Can you read our charts?
I'm always fascinated about,
yeah,
you know, why, like, I used to be out in LA when I first moved here, and I'd be out in the club, and I'm like, yo, why do I like this girl so much? What sign are you? That's consistent. I keep running into you. Oh, you too. Wow.
Funny.
So I dig deeper because I was doing so much work on myself, and I'm like, because I'm a Pisces, you know.
Cool.
My moon sign is a Sagittarius, but my rising is a Libra. So I have like all these different qualities, but it just makes sense when people in Aries and Geminis get along. Some of them, because some like, no, I hate Gemini. Because what happens is Gemini is like air signs, right? So they like to have fun, witty, they're good at communicating. And so they kind of loosen the fire in the Aries up. When the Aries is just like, we gotta do this, and you know, they want to lead and like take action, and you know, they're the leaders, right? So it's kind of like that fire in the air, like mixed, right? Like a sage, you know, the sage is burning. It's like the air with the fire all at one time. We just roaming the room. No sweat for the jewelry.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So what is, like, someone asked a question. They said, what are your favorite workouts that you guys like to do, if y'all have one?
Yeah, currently I still cycle a lot. It's fun to be a student again. So our retail director is actually a soul cycle instructor. So we go to her class every Wednesday morning. She's amazing. That, and then also our garage at our studio is actually a personal training gym. So we kind of just like walk through the door and go to personal training. So it's nice. Maggie?
We live in Colorado, obviously. I am a little more of like hiking, running, outdoor mountain biking, except for it's been a really long time because I can't break my hands. And yeah.
She's really good at Legree.
Yeah. The altitude.
She's like,
yeah. Say it again.
The altitude up there, how is it?
High.
Yeah.
Thin air.
Hard training. I've never been there. I've been to the airport, but never in the actual city of Denver or Colorado.
But you have a friend here, so you should probably come here.
Just come visit.
I know, and then what's his name? Blake. What's Blake's last name?
All the Bachelor people are here.
Yeah, he lives there, and so we were on set one time. He's like, people don't know that Colorado has the most sunny days in the year out of states.
Yeah.
I'm like, they got like 300-something days or something. I'm like, what? No way. More than LA? Really? He's like, yes. I'm like, why don't they talk about that? I think about cold, mountains, skiing, parties. I don't think anything about the sun. But I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What do you ladies have going on? Like, is there a new product y'all have that y'all producing, or it's coming out soon, or that your best seller that people should know about?
Well,
yes.
We have a fine jewelry line coming out in September, so it's all 14 karat gold. So Maggie's dreamt that up in her Metalsmith magic brain. So look for that fine jewelry line where the return of the nameplate is coming soon. So we made sweatproof nameplate, you know, like very Sex in the City, just Sarah Jessica Parker says your name across your neck cut out. And then also, not a product, but we're doing a gigantic giveaway with Free People right now. We're giving away $1,000 of free people movement, our entire line of Free People times OXB jewelry. And so people can go to our page and enter that too.
Yes. Yeah. And then our other thing that we are launching is we currently have like a convertible chain. It's called our exercise chain. You can wear it 3 different ways, as a necklace, anklet, or bracelet. So that's been super popular because it's like one super versatile piece. We are launching a custom one with Free People this holiday season we're really excited about. But that one is a favorite. And we just launched a beautiful website that makes it much easier to customize your product. So that's
you do customization. I like that.
Yeah, you can customize anything, pretty much. Yeah, except for most of it, just some of it.
Story. Can you elaborate on, because when you said fine jewelry, I don't know what that means. Why is it fine jewelry? What does that mean? What's the meaning behind fine jewelry?
Yeah, so it's just a category of a type of jewelry, right? So it'd be like, these are the, like, you're in the pants section now. But so fine jewelry is defined like by the materials it's made out of. And so this would be our finer metals, which just means it's like higher carat of gold or pure metals or
diamonds.
Kind of thing. Diamonds, adding precious stones, semi-precious stones. Yeah.
Wow. So do y'all do like earrings and ankle bracelets?
Oh, we do it all.
We do everything but toe rings.
Yeah, we haven't branched into toe rings yet.
You don't do watches though, no?
Do what?
Watches? You don't do watches, no?
No watches, no.
Got it. And so it's more like women-based, correct?
Well, not really. So it's actually designed for anybody to wear. And that was what Laura was touching on earlier, is that we just finished a new brand photo shoot where same look is shot on 4 different body types, men, women, different movements. And that's really our hope and goal for this brand, is that one of the awesome things about jewelry is it doesn't really matter. So like size doesn't matter quite as much. You know, you don't have to worry, like, men. My fiance wears my jewelry all the time, and I wear his, and that's awesome. It's super interchangeable. We'd love for people to feel like it's all inclusive and make it accessible for anybody to find the style that they love.
Got it. So with all that being said, what is the big vision for the brand? Is it being like stores all over the world? Just you got a brick and mortar? You want to do e-commerce? Big picture, 5 years, what would you ladies like the brand to represent, be to the people in the world?
Wow, that's
a 5-year zoom out is so hard when you're in it.
That's such a good question, and I think we're like in the midst, of that zoom out right now, and like what the future of this is. We've had our feet on the gas pedal so hard since COVID started in making this business work. I feel like right now we're trying to like at least take 5 seconds to pause and reflect when we can, and like really be intentional about how we're moving forward, because we hit this huge growth spurt, but we want to make sure it's sustainable. You know, when you have a lot of employees, there's this added entrepreneurial pressure to make it work. So I think we're in the middle of that now, but I think we're just going to keep going. Again, like, there's no perfect vision, but we'll just put one foot in front of the other and see what happens.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful answer, because you were so authentic about it and you was honest. I think sometimes people like to come out with this perfect state it should be, but you don't know. And that's fine. Like, you're in the middle of it. And that's when people ask me, what's your 5-year plan? It's like, I don't really have a plan. I have to know where I want to be.
Yeah.
Certain, right?
Right.
And I just know, like, with being an entrepreneur and doing a brand, because when I'm working with brands and I get deals, I'm always asking the company, what's the intentions of this product? Is it brand awareness? Is it ROI? What is it? What are we really doing here? Because I know the product, but what are we trying to sell to the audience? What do we want them to know? What do we want them to feel? And what's the big picture? And sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they do. But it's because I look at it like this, right? I have like a business mind. What if someone was on here, a CEO company wanted to buy you out and say, we're going to give you $30 million right now. Would you sell it? I don't know, right? You might not know.
That seems like a pretty sweet deal.
Are you offering?
Yeah.
No, sometimes life works like that, and I've
Right.
spoken with people who are so attached to their idea or to their script or
Right.
to their thing. No, I got to be in it. I'm like, you don't always have to be in it. Sell it and go create your own show, right? And so,
Right.
because putting out a lot of content on social media, and I've been doing it for TV, put out mass, right, motivational, inspirational, and I was my messages on other people's page. It was them that was saying it. But I said it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to the universe. I'm not getting attached to that message. It's fine.
Right.
Somewhere, someone else, I'm cool. I have more in me to give, so I don't get so caught up in having it that I don't allow myself to grow somewhere else. It's like, Maggie, you have other things you do that somebody might want you to open up a yoga and be the interior decorator. You're like, well, I need jewelry. Like you take, they're gonna pay you. But that's how life works, right?
Right. You never know.
Class, and now you're in business together.
I know. It's crazy.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think we're super attached to any idea. I feel like we just know what kind of company we want to create. So that's it.
Right.
Yeah, and I just like how you guys like are, together, but more so like it's like being on a ball team. Like y'all know your position. Like, okay, I'm gonna shoot the ball. I'm gonna make sure you get the right play set up so we can score. Right?
Love it.
And it's
it.
a team. And I think for any business, for any brand, you gotta have not a perfect, you gotta have a great partner. When I say great, a great to me is someone who's willing to fail with you, who's honest, who's authentic, who's vulnerable, and who can keep it real with you in tough moments. Not someone who just tell you what you want to hear because they want to upset you or hurt you. It's like, look, we're dropping the ball right here. We need to reconsider something. Okay, like we can get to disagree, but I think sometimes people don't want to be wrong, but they don't want to judge based on their perspective or their ego. And it's just good to see two people that know each other, care about each other, that love each other, have a business that's thriving. Y'all figuring things out as you go, and I think that's what entrepreneurship is all about. It's not about having the plan for 3 years written. Doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work. Yeah.
We need you as our everyday hype.
I know. I was like, you're gonna make me cry. I think, but
Yeah.
I think I'm like also. I don't know.
Can you just come to the office every morning?
Yeah,
And just
because I'm in the process of dealing with my business, transitioning from not training so much, but more so coaching, right?
Right.
One-on-one coaching, mindset coaching, personal development, right? So it's been a different transition, and it's uncomfortable because I'm trying to get everything started and put in place so I can relate, because it's not as easy as it looks. It looks simple.
Right.
You gotta do work. You gotta brainstorm. You gotta make decisions. You gotta spend money. I mean, people know who's there, but it's a struggle at times. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I know.
Right, and it ends with you. Like there isn't someone you're falling back on, right? It's just like we don't have investors. It's literally us.
We try and make the right decision.
We're each other's mentors. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's the beautiful part about being an entrepreneur, because you can really scale your business so high because all you have is the faith you have. You don't have anything tangible. You don't have capital like, you got 30 million or 20 million. It's just your mind. And so I just want people who listen to this to understand what it takes to not only be a business owner and founder of a brand, but the process it takes to keep going, right? At the motto, keep going.
Keep going.
Undervalued. Like, you ladies are going after a pandemic.
Thank you.
It seems simple, right? But have you ever been on a stair climber or on a bike or running when you don't want to run no more? I'm like,
a lot.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the tough part. But when you get through the tough part, it's like, oh, yes, we did it. So, I just want to say thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you.
Being authentic, being real and genuine, and giving people what they need to hear about business, fitness, jewelry, sweat-proof jewelry, and our exercise brand, OXB, baby. Can I get an OXB somewhere? Get a hashtag? But yeah, this completes the interview. If there's anything from social media channels, website links or anything that people can follow or get more information, please go ahead and say it and tag it. However, and this video will be up on my page. It'll be on the podcast.
Cool. Yeah, our website is shopoxb.com. Our Instagram's at our exercise brand. If you're in Denver, come to our exercise store. It's in the middle of Rhino in Denver, which is right by downtown. What else? That's it.
Give us some motivation. What's the motivation to the future business owners or the owners in a tough place right now? What can you give?
Keep going. That's
going.
it. That's it. Just keep going.
Keep going. Oh, that was amazing. Ladies, thank you. This was special. And now it's instilled in me. Man, you got to keep going.
Keep going.
OXB, keep going.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Yes, no problem. You're welcome. Have a beautiful day, a powerful weekend. Be safe, and keep going.
All right. Bye.
Bye. See you later.